Hello friends, my name is Katie from Eternal Flame, and today I thought I'd share with you a quick talk through of my Hobonichi A6 HON for 2024 and a unboxing, or I guess a talk through of my setup for 2025. So if you're interested in checking that out, please stick around. Thanks everyone. Before I get right into it, I of course wanted to take this quick moment to thank you all so very much for taking the time to join me today. As always, I very much appreciate your engagement, so if you like this video, definitely let me know by giving me a thumbs up and making sure you're subscribed. Alrighty friends, so as mentioned, I'm going to do a flip through of this in a moment, show you some of my wins and failures, but before we do, I did want to talk about my setup for 2025, so I'm not going to go too far into explaining because I know I've had a few videos, but I wanted to share with you all the latest update, which is my cover for my 2025 A6 HON. So my husband actually surprised me with this cover. I had it in my Amazon cart for a very long time. I'll tell you a little bit about my dilemma and let you guys make a decision for yourselves. I bought this one. I don't know what it's called, but I think it's like a Lithuanian fabric, which really spoke to me. I mean, the design of it, and I'll show you in a second, really spoke to me first. And then when I got up close kind of view and understanding of the fabric, I was like, I really want this. So I first saw it on the 1101 site. I had it in my cart and then noticed that the minimum for free shipping to the US went from $200 to $300 in a matter of weeks. So I was kind of that kind of made me feel a little like some sort of way about it. So I didn't automatically hit the order button, even though I had $300 in my cart. So anyways, long story short, I waited so long that it went out of stock, but then it was still in stock on Amazon, which was kind of frustrating. So just full disclosure, I'll link it I guess down in the description box down below. That's where I bought it, was actually Amazon. But at the time of when I purchased it, it was $20 more on Amazon. But if you order it from the 1101 site, you need to have a minimum of $300 if it's still applicable for free shipping to the US. So for me, I guess it kind of worked itself out. Luckily, my husband is very sweet, and sometimes he just takes the decision out of my hands and just ordered it for me. I'm very grateful, love it so very much. I'll show you that it's a little tight, honestly, so I don't know if you all have any impressions about that. In my experience with the fabric covers, they tend to loosen over time, so I'm expecting that to happen. But then I also add a lot of stickers. So oh, you can kind of see here, I think I spilled coffee on this the other day, but I actually think it's kind of, okay, it's kind of gross, but I was going to say it adds character, but it's also kind of gross. Anyways, but it's well loved. And then without further ado, I'll show you some of the pockets, and then we'll go ahead. I'll see if I could give you a close-up of the fabric. There's definitely, I really love the quality of fabric. The other thing I would note too is, other than it being very tight, the quality is very good. So this came out to like $60 something. Go check it out on Amazon. Of course, you guys know by now that Amazon prices fluctuate all the time. So shop around. Maybe you can find on JetPens. But yeah, these are the pockets. Quality wise, very good. But just a little worried about fitting in here. And also, full disclosure, I've had fabric ones of this type of fabric before, and if you use fountain pens a lot, just expect that you're gonna probably, well, okay, I guess if you're as messy as I am with fountain pens, expect that you might have a couple of spills. But then, I mean, look at the coffee here. So anyways. And then with that too, before we switch gears, I did want to share, and I've shared this before, but the reason I got this A6 HON for 2025 was because I felt like it was a nice continuation, without being I don't know. Anyways, nice continuation of my 2024 Hobonichi weeks. Alrighty. So I'm going to set this aside and share some of my wins and my losses in 2024 A6 HON. So I think I started the year off pretty strong. I was going in there. I think I started in advance. I used a lot of my Sticky Club stickers, some of the Amazon ones. I think this is the Katie Daisy, which is some of my favorites, and really had a lot of time to journal and keep up with this. This was so. Just a really quick recap. I had previously in 23 used my Hobonichi weeks as my productivity driver planner, my everyday carry. In 24, it was a little different. I also had a, here, let's pull it in here. I have my Travelers Company vertical planner. And so I use this as my everyday carry in 2024, which made kind of made my Hobonichi weeks a little bit obsolete. And you'll see that here in these recent months. I went back and backfilled, so you can see I just tried to highlight some of the major events in the day and then journal a little bit about it. But it wasn't really to keep track of my appointments or drive productivity. That's 100% what I do in my Traveler's Company everyday carry. And so this is kind of a comparison of where I was in 2024 to my HON. So similar to 2023 for my A6, my A6 planner. I think I had one in 2023, but I didn't have the HON. So I got the English, and every year I use this more as a like daily journaling space, the daily pages. And so you'll see that here. What I had never done before that I just recently started, by recently I mean like today, is started to incorporate some photos of things that I've done around that time or on that day. So I did want to share with you all. I shared this in a previous, I guess, kind of unboxing video, that I recently bought this Canon IV2 photo printer on Amazon. I'll link it down below. I would say shop around, because I just, for ease, I bought the kit, which came with the cover and a bunch of like sticker sheets, I guess. And I'm not necessarily sure that that's the most cost-effective way. And to be honest, I'm not really sure that this is the best printer. What sold it for me was that I was able to easily download the app in advance, so I could see that I could do collages. And so I'll share that with you today. And that's way back here. So this day, for example, I had just gotten back and went to a winery with some friends to celebrate a birthday. And so here's an example. I will say the coloring is a little off. I feel like it prints a lot darker than what it shows on my phone, which might just be a like setting issue. But it's okay. For me, it actually worked out better because, I mean, like, yeah. So I didn't need it to be super clear. So it prints on sticker paper, and I like the collage option. And then I just use my Fiskars paper cutter, which I will link down below too, because it's my one of my most favorite things, to cut the little sheets of paper into different sizes, as you can see here. So really loving that. I've never done that before. The only time I've kind of done anything like it was probably in 2020. Was it 2020? During COVID, when I had too much time, and I would instead, and this is the most cost-effective way if you already have a printer and sticker paper, which I do, is to just compile it in a Word doc. At least that's what I did, and it's just print it out and cut each photo up. I got this for this is just so much easier. This took me probably like a minute to do from my phone. So anyways, really hoping to carry that into 2025, because it's been a lot of fun. And I think it's a great way to kind of remember some of these things. I realized the other day when I was talking to my husband that I kind of miss having like photos that aren't electronic. I don't know if that makes sense. So this is kind of a way to take me back in time. So as I mentioned, I thought I did a pretty good job keeping up with this in the beginning of the year, and then I really fell off the wagon. So you can see I just combined like all of my stickers. I was having so much fun with my Simply Gilded stickers that I had hoarded for a couple of years and just never used. Similarly with like my washi tape and my Sticky Club stickers. I mean, I have like 20 plus Happy Planner sticker books too that are honestly starting to dwindle down, which I'm really grateful for. Some days I just used, this is actually really embarrassing. So this is April 1st, which means I had been thinking about this. Like, this is a different orientation, very similar to what we currently have. And anyways, we've been working on this. It's not done yet. Like, we have not finished this donkey fence. So it's kind of a nice reminder for me that we've been working on it since the beginning of the year. And so we ought to really get right on that. Ironically. So the funny thing is this spread here, October 30th, is journaling about how we're building our barn kittens a little cat hut, I would say, because they're outdoor cats. And then everyone's like, well, if they're outdoor cats, why do you need to give them an enclosure? Which was a argument between me and my husband my husband and I for a very long time. I think he was just messing with me because he's actually the one building it, which I'm so grateful for. But yeah, so this day, for example, I went and bought glasses from Costco for the very first time, and they kind of look like these. They're like these big black frame glasses. Let's see. I did an estimate about how much the donkey. Well, actually, this is really interesting. So the water was a lot more expensive than that. Electric fencing, probably. I wonder what. Oh, right. Okay. So I would say. Probably this was, totally overestimated, but this makes me feel a lot better about how much we have actually spent on the donkeys. So that's interesting. Let's see. And a little bit more about the farm, going to the Amish market. And then this is, you can see it started falling off a little bit. Working on that fencing, guys, I don't even know what I was doing, because if you saw what we've accomplished, we barely have holes in the ground that are deep enough for the fence posts, but whatever. I did. Anyways, so hay bales. We made our first round of hay. That's so interesting. Oh, no, we made our first sale. Oh, we made our first sale where we sold really old hay bales, and we made like $350, which was a lot of fun. Okay, I think this was graduation. Yes. What would make you think that, Katie? Okay, so that was fun. I had a couple of graduations, so here. And as you can see, sometimes I would set up the spreads and just not get to it, so that was okay. That's so cute. I love these stickers. And then I really fell off the wagon in June, and I haven't really picked it back up until maybe September-ish, around my birthday, when I had a little bit of time to journal. So we were celebrating a different friend's birthday, I think around this time. And so using all the stickers. I don't know if you guys notice, so a lot of times I love this when businesses give away like their like little stickers of their business, and I love being able to incorporate that into my planner. I think this is the day I went to my very first planner meetup, and so I used some of the stickers that we got in the little goodie bags. So grateful for that opportunity. Didn't actually get to journal about it here, but I at least set up the spread. And then all the way into October, I tried to, when I got back, honestly, tried to set up my spreads to journal a little bit about my trip to France, my last trip to France. So I did write about that, the different restaurants we went to. That's usually what I track, because otherwise I'm at work. So there's really not much to track there. And then I think, did I mention this already, that we went, when I got back from France, we went to a winery, trying to learn a little bit of French. So I used this sticker book that I had that has, for example, poisson, which is fish in French, and I ordered fish twice in France on my own. I was so proud of myself. And yeah, let's see, we had pizza this day. And I was sad, so triste, I guess. I don't know. I'm not really great at it. But then also here we have a little puppy that came with us to the winery. We were celebrating a birthday, so I was really excited to finally get to use this in my journal. And there were a bunch of ducks at the winery, so that was fun. Fun memory. And then I think this might be one of the last spreads, these three. And so over here, we're approaching, obviously, Halloween. So I had a page for Halloween with my Sticky Club stickers. Got to play with some of my old brush pens. You can kind of see, too, here that my brush pens are starting to dry out, which is kind of sad because I have not used them as much as I should have based on how much I've paid for them. But I guess that happens when you have too many pens. So I journaled a little bit here about the farm, what's happening. We're building our kittens, their little outdoor house, which has been quite the journey. Now that I'm sick, I have a lot more down days than I have good days. So it's taking us a lot longer to accomplish things like the donkey fence and the little cat hut. This is Mama, our very favorite chicken. She's not doing so well right now, but she raised 3 of our chicks. One of them now is our best rooster. I call him Rooster or Roo. He takes care of all the girls. He's a very gentle rooster, and so we feel really grateful for that. I was asking my husband, or hypothesizing, that maybe he's such a great gentle rooster because he was raised with a mama, whereas typically when you buy chicks, instead of hatching them like naturally on your farm or homestead, they come to your farm and they're raised by you instead of a chicken, which comes with its own challenges. But I wonder if that helps to determine how the roosters, for example, behavior is different from the other chickens. And then lastly, I journaled very little about how my sweet donkey, Boy George, has escaped castration 3 times. And I hope you can hear my rooster. That's one of 3. So I don't know which one it is. But he has escaped castration 3 times. It is quite the miracle. It's a little frustrating because now we have to figure out how to get him castrated. But he is a lucky little boy. And as mentioned, just going to give you one last look at this Halloween spread. I really love these stickers from the Sticky Cup. They're very thin. I actually ripped one of them, which is I think the most frustrating part. And then the last thing I will leave you guys with is a big question. I actually have been really contemplating buying, or rather signing up for the Sterling Ink subscription. It kind of like reminded me of that. Thank you, Rooster. Because I hear that their sticker quality or thickness rather, and here's another one of those little business stickers. The sticker quality is like, I'm contemplating the matte, premium matte stickers or clear matte stickers. And anyways, so I was contemplating whether it was worth it because it's quite pricey, and I just want to hear your thoughts. If you guys have experience with Sterling Ink, if you recommend it, feel free to leave that in the comment section down below. Let me know your thoughts. I honestly wanted to go big and just get the deluxe, I think it's the deluxe package, which is like $50 a month, which, I mean, if you add it up, that's $600 a year. So I'm not sure I'm ready to make that leap, and the reason being is because I have seriously struggled, as you can see towards the end of the year, to put together spreads. And so the thought being is that if I have a kit that is already kind of like my Coffee Monsters Co. stickers for the weeks, that's already set out for me, it takes some of the I guess the anxiety and time that I need to commit to journaling and planning out, if that makes sense. So for me, if it is quite simply that, then maybe it is worth it. But also I could really cut back on some of my other spending to compensate, if that makes sense. So anyways, let me know your thoughts. Alrighty, friends, thanks so much for taking the time to join me today, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye, friends.